Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Elevira.
They say weddings are beautiful, a place where hearts feel light. But when I walked in that hall, my insides whispered, not today, not tonight. The lights were glowing softly, people chatting left and right, but my heartbeat was doing gymnastics without my heart's consent or might. I took one step, completely normal. Second step, controlled. Third step, chaos. Fourth step, behold, my brain started questioning everything under the sun. Who's looking? Who's watching? Why I am here? Can I run? Someone smiled warmly at me, a gesture simple and kind, but my anxiety translated it into a PowerPoint presentation in my mind. Are they judging? Are they noticing? Are you standing straight? Did you blink too much? Did you hesitate? Such a complicated friend, my anxiety. It never hesitates to overcomplicate. People around me seemed so relaxed, laughing without fear in sight, and I stood there internally whispering, ये लोग इतने आराम से कैसे? What magical skill is this delight? Their comfort looked like gold. Mine felt borrowed and thin, like I was trying to blend in quietly while fighting a storm within. A cousin waved from across the hall. Sweet and harmless, I agree. But my brain said, should you wave? Should you smile? Should you look away? Or pretend you didn't see? By the time I decided what to do, the moment had already passed. This is what happens when your thoughts run too fast. Someone hugged me a little too tight, and I froze for a moment there. Not because of touch, but because my anxiety whispered, कहीं awkward तो नहीं लग रही हो? Handle with care. My smile stayed steady, but inside I was tired, a little lost, a little wired. Then came the classic line, the one every introvert girl knows. Why so quiet, beta? Say something, be close. I wished I could answer honestly, but instead I wore my polite disguise, the gentle curve of the lips that hides hurricanes behind the eyes. The bride entered glowing, and the hall filled with cheer. But instead of watching her beauty, I focused on managing fear. Everyone gasped, everyone smiled, everyone filmed the view, and I stood there thinking, how do they breathe so easily? How do they seem so new? Someone laughed loudly nearby, and my anxiety jumped to say, that laugh is about you, obviously. Is there any other way? Logic tried to intervene, but anxiety replied with flair. Logic doesn't understand shadi vibes. Please don't interfere. So I excused myself lightly, walked outside for a bit not to escape the people, just to calm the storm I sit with. The air outside felt softer, the quiet felt like home, and in that small peaceful moment I felt safe enough to roam. I pressed my palm to my heartbeat and whispered gently inside, you are here, you showed up, that itself is pride. You don't need to talk loudly or shine brighter than the rest. कभी कभी सिर्फ रह जाना भी is a small victory at best. When I walked back into the hall, I wasn't magically healing, but I was more grounded in my steps, more accepting of my feelings. I didn't need to match their energy. I didn't need to prove my voice. I only needed to remember presence is also a choice. And maybe one day I'll stand in a crowd like this and feel light and safe and free. But until that day comes, I'll honor the version of me who stayed despite wanting to flee. Because social anxiety may rhyme with trembling hands and fear, but courage rhymes quietly with I still came here. And I did. Messy, shaky, unsure, yet a little stronger than ever before. So, yes, I left that wedding a little tired, a little sore, but also a little proud of a heart that stayed when it wanted to walk out of the door. And that quiet victory, that soft resilience is worth celebrating more than any roar.